Now we move away from the fusions and we will establish what I call the WOMBO combos. This basically is whenever two or more allies have such good synchronization and synergy that they seem to be much stronger when fighting together against a common enemy. This concept was briefly explored during the Tournament of Power in the manga when both Goku and Vegeta were fighting together against Jiren. So with that in mind, we are going to go through all the fighters of each team and establish the ones that have a WOMBO combo buff, and as an extra, we are also going to establish the ones that have such bad synergy that they actually fight worse when fighting together. Let's start right away with Team 7. The first WOMBO combo is Goku and Vegeta, that despite their difference, the sheer level of rivalry these two have actually make them quite fearsome when fighting together, since they want to do better than the other one. I will give them a score of 2 out of 3 as a combo, meaning they become fairly stronger when fighting together. Another WOMBO combo is Goku and Gohan. After all, they are father and son, so it is only logical they have a very strong synchronization with each other. Combo score is 2 out of 3. Now the real father and son WOMBO combo is of course Piccolo and Gohan, having a combo score of 3 out of 3, making them a lot more dangerous because of their experience training together and just their personal connection with each other. Hell, if Piccolo is taken out of the combo, Gohan gets a huge rage power-up. Okay, that last part is a bit of a meme, but honestly, it is kinda true. Goku and Krillin also have a WOMBO combo, and considering their lifetime friendship and training under the same master, they have a score of 2. I will say that Goku and Roshi also will have a master-student combo, with a score of 1. To finish with Goku's combos, there is another one that I personally find quite interesting and, as we saw in the Tournament of Power, can be quite effective as well. I'm talking about the Goku and Frieza combo, which despite their obvious differences, they seem to do decently well when fighting together, with a score of 1. The twins Android 17 and 18 obviously have a very strong connection and perfect synchrony, making them very dangerous and powerful when fighting together, having a score of +3. Naturally, Android 18 and Krillin also have a very strong WOMBO combo with a score of 3. Krillin, Roshi, and Tien all have a WOMBO combo as a whole or between each other, with a score of 2. I think Gohan and Krillin also will have a bit of a combo going, especially considering what they went through during the Namek arc. They have a combo score of 1. Another one that is interesting is Frieza and Android 17. I don't know exactly why, but they just have a certain chemistry, as we saw in the Tournament of Power, kinda like a mutual unspoken respect, and it is just cool, so I give them a combo score of 1. Now when it comes to anti-combos, the Team 7 is almost like a family. A dysfunctional one perhaps, but a family nonetheless. Except for the obviously black sheep of the team, Frieza. But even then, I see him being neutral towards most members of Team 7, except for Vegeta. These two absolutely hate each other. And I know Frieza hates Goku as well, but I don't think Goku does hate Frieza. But yeah, I don't really see Vegeta fighting alongside Frieza the same way Goku did at the end of the Tournament of Power against Jiren. Frieza and Vegeta fighting together will make them stronger, but weaker, so they are the only anti-combo of Team 7. Moving on, we have Team 6. Obviously, kale and cauliflower are great as a combo with a score of 3. Kava with either cauliflower or kale, I give them a score of 2. At least for a revision, I think it's nice to have the Cyan trio of Universe 6 to be very cooperative with each other and be actual friends, since they also have trained together for the tournament, so that helps too. Another interesting combo I can see happening is Heat and Frost. As we saw in the anime, when Heat recruit Frost for the Tournament of Power, they seem to respect each other, and I think there are glimpses of a potential friendship between these two. And I would like to expand upon that for our revision and establish that Heat trained together with Frost for the Tournament of Power. They will have a combo score of 2. Botamo and Mayeta as a combo are pretty powerful, and as a result, they also have developed a nice friendship, so I give them a score of 3. And I will also add Dr. Rota to the duo, since I made him a support fighter for Team 6, and I think he will fit pretty well fighting alongside Mayeta and Botamo. The Namekians Pirina and Saunel have a very powerful combo, and we will establish that they not only have been brothers in arms for a very long time, but also they are capable of communicating with each other telepathically, allowing a perfect coordination when fighting together. They have a score of +3. Now, Team 6 only have one anti-combo, which is Frost and Cauliflower, being somewhat similar to the Vegeta and Frieza situation. In this case, I think someone straightforward and direct such as Cauliflower will absolutely hate Frost for being such a backstabbing and dirty fighter. And the feeling will be mutual with Frost. So they fighting together, I don't see it happening. They have minus on combo score. Following, we have Universe 2 team, which will be quite different from what we saw in the anime. In there, all the members of Team 2 seemed to have a pretty good relationship with each other, especially towards the magical girls. And I personally find that a bit boring, so we're gonna be making some changes. Obviously, Vibriani, Rossi and Kakusa have a perfect level of synchrony as they are a team of magical girls and their love connects them to a very deep level. So a +3 in combo score makes perfect sense. On the other hand, we also have Jimmy's, who have a very strong combo with Rossi. After all, he has been a master for her when it comes to controlling her magical abilities, having a combo score of 2. Sarbuto and Ribrian also have a very strong combo going on. For our revision, Sarbuto is almost like a hero and a guardian, and shares similar values to Ribrian, but having a very strong mutual respect. They have a score of 3. Kakunsa and Bicol, whatever, possess a perfect synchronization, due to them being connected to each other to an instinctual, primal level. They also seem to share a deep sentiment with each other, although they refuse to accept it. Their combo score is +3. Prum and Harmira also have an amazing synergy and coordination, especially because Harmira is capable of communicating with Prum. They have a +3 combo score. Sarbuto and Jimis also have a WOMBO combo, since they have plenty of experience fighting both as enemies and allies. Combo score of 3. Finally, Zeroin and Ravandra are pretty much the bad guys of Universe 2, and even though they still consider each other an enemy, they have a mutual respect, which is a similar situation to Frieza and Android 17. They have a combo score of 1. There are 2 anti-combos in Team 2. One is Sirloin and the Magical Girls, since they are pretty much sworn enemies. And the other anti-combo is Ravandra and Ribrian, because of their complete opposite abilities and values. Ravandra values hate and Ribrianne values love. Next is Universe Free Team, starting with the robot trio of Koitsukai, Panchia, and Borareta. They have a perfect WOMBO combo of +3 for obvious reasons. Paparoni also possesses the same level of combo score with the robot trio. Narirama was created with the sole purpose to cooperate well with his allies for the Tournament of Power, and as such, he have a combo score of 2. Catoplesla and Viara have fought together plenty of time as allies, granting them a combo score of 3. In the other hand, Nigrishi and Catopesla have been enemies in the past, since Nigrishi is somewhat of a sinister figure, and Catopesla, as an intergalactic police of Universe 3, have confronted him before, but despite that, they do respect each other and can fight together decently well. Combo score of 1. Magicayo and Teprico are both known criminals from Universe 3, and although usually they don't work together, they have been partners in crime a few times, and they do complement each other rather well. Combo score of 2. Universe 3 have 3 anti-combos. One is Paparoni and Nigrishi. Both of them, being genius and being very proud of themselves, they compete against each other quite a lot, resulting in not getting along very well. Catopesla and Prico also have a long story of hostility, and they have fight multiple times, and a lot of times, Catopesla is capable of putting Prico into jail. He eventually escapes, continuing their conflict. Similarly, Viara and Magicayo have a strong rivalry. Viara is part of the old world mechanical androids, while Magicayo is part of the neo-metallic androids, which on its own represents a rivalry, but considering Viara more heroic personality and Magicayo criminal activities, they obviously don't get along well at all. Next is Universe 4 team, starting with the trio of Ganos, Kawaii, and Mona. 3 of them being friends and having plenty of experience fighting together, they have a combo score of 3. Nink is the symbolical older brother of the group, having a solid coordination with the 3 of them, combo score of 2. Dercory and Chosa initially were sworn enemies. Dercory, part of a demon clan, and Chosa, a warrior that inherited the werewolf form from the guardian of his planet. They constantly try to exterminate each other, but eventually they developed a rivalry, a friendship, and maybe something more. Combo score of 3. Shanka, being an innocent but powerful psychic user, have developed a strong connection with members of his team that uses magic and psychic abilities, such as Kawaii and Dercory, with a combo score of 2. But even more, Shanka have a deep psychic connection with his master Mayora, who is teaching him how to control his immense psychic powers, a score of +3. Mayora and Kawaii do possess a healthy rivalry since they come from conflicting backgrounds, but they do fight together decently well, combo score of 1. There are a couple of anti-combos for this team. 1. Kawaii and Dercory are magical enemies. The former uses white magic and Dercory uses dark magic, and as such, their values are very different when it comes to magic. Finally, the species of Damon and Gamisala have been in conflicts for a very long time, to the point of starting wars against each other. Naturally, Damon and Gamisala have inherited this rivalry and they do not fight together. Perhaps in the future they will resolve this, but for the Tournament of Power, that's not gonna happen. Following, we have Universe 19. Obviously, the trio of danger possess a perfect WOMBO combo. The synergy their abilities have when fighting together is just amazing. Combo score of +3. ToP and Sorel both have common interests and often work together to obtain new expensive and rare items from Universe 9. Combo score of 3. Bergamo and Hope possess a strong rivalry, but despite that, they fight together quite well. They have a combo score of 2. Despite the sinister personality of Lavender, they have a much softer side with more innocent creatures, such as is the case with Sorel. As a result, Lavender trains and protects Sorel. They do have a combo score of 2. Basil and Comfrey have developed a strong friendship since they started training together previous to the Tournament of Power. Thanks to Comfrey, Basil have improved his martial arts skills. Combo score of 1. Finally, we have Oregano and Roselle, both creatures that because of their common dark nature possess a decent compatibility. Combo score of 1. There are 3 anti-combos in Team 9. First, Hyssop and Chop Hill possess mostly incompatible powers, especially when used without any coordination. While Hyssop just wants to melt his enemies with his powerful flames, Hyssop wants to freeze them with ice, so often one action undo the other, causing clashes between the two of them. If Chapel wasn't so selfish or Hyssop so stubborn, they could make a very strong duo. Comfrey and Oregano is another anti-combo, because Comfrey is an martial arts fighter that believes in honor, which makes him really dislike the underhanded and cowardly fighting style of Oregano. The last anti-combo are the members of the Danger Trio and Roselle. The hostility between these entities goes way back and is part of the history of Universe 9. In very short, there was once a very powerful and evil magical user that consumed the vital energies of entire worlds, including their inhabitants. This sorcerer had many minions, including members of demonic clans, of which Roselle is descendant from. The species of the Tree of Danger had to learn how to disguise their vital energy so they could stop suffering by the hand of this ancient evil sorcerer and his minions. So naturally, the Tree of Danger, who inherit the customs of his ancestors, won't be openly cooperating with a demon descendant such as Roselle. Next is the Universe 10 team. Starting, we have Methiop with Napapa or Murisan. For our revision, Methiop is capable of physically merging with other people, which increases their survivability and strength. Napapa and Murisan are the ones that most benefit from this, which is why they developed a perfect coordination with Methiop in preparation to the Tournament of Power. Combo score of +3. Murisan and Napapa also have developed a strong friendship because of their training together and common interests in martial arts. Combo score of 2. Rubalt and Jim are both experienced soldiers from Universe 10, having participated in many wars. Having so much in common, they have a pretty strong bond. Also, their fighting styles complement each other well. While Rubalt is in the frontal lines fighting enemies, Jim is far away attacking their weak points. Combo score of 3. Jirasem and Lilybeu got a strong WOMBO combo going on as well. Both of them have very strong connection to nature, and their common values allows them to have great coordination. Combo score of 3. Murishim and Obuni have a strong rivalry, and similarly to the Goku and Vegeta situation, they are surprisingly strong when fighting together. They have a combo score of 2. Both Obuni and Murishim have a close relationship with Zirkoir as well. In the case of Oni, Zirkoir was once his sensei, while Murishim have known Zirkoir ever since he was young, many years ago, so they do have plenty of fighting experience together. Combo scores for both is 2. There are 3 anti-combos in Universe 10. The first one is for seemingly vain reasons. Jirasem won't let Meteop to merge with his body since he will corrupt his purity, according to Jirasem. The second anti-combo, which is more justified, is between Jirasem and Rubold. Because Jirasem is a guardian of nature, he has been in conflict with the warring factions in Universe 10, especially the Rubold's one. Both fighters have been enemies in the past. While Jirasem tries to protect nature, Rubold has to fulfill his duty as a soldier and eliminate any potential threat. The last anti-combo is Lilivium and Jim, which doesn't come from any rivalry, but instead comes from fear. Even though currently Jim is a retired soldier, he was once upon a time a very well-known soldier in his universe. When orderers saw, he was capable of sieging and destroying entire civilizations with his long-range attacks, including the tribe that Lilieview comes from. Because of this, Lilieview and her fairy species fear someone like Jim to an instinctual level. Because of this, Lilieview can't make herself fight alongside Jim because of fear and rejection. The final team are the Pride Troopers of Universe 11, and pretty much the only proper full team that existed before the Tournament of Power. Because of that, all the members of the Pride Troopers possess a combo score of 3. The only exception is Jiren, who have no WOMBO combo with any of the Pride Troopers. The Elemental Troopers specifically have a much stronger connection due to their source of elemental powers, having a combo score of +3. Topo and Dispo also possess a combo score of +3, and the General Casserole a combo score of +3 with any of his comrades, except Jiren. Alright guys, that should be it for the video. The next one should be finally the revision of the Tournament of Power arc. It is possible that I will have to split it into parts, since I can already tell it will be quite long. It will really depend on how much into detail I make the revision. I could just do the easy way and just establish the main difference between the revision and canon, or I can just go all in and try to flesh out all the universe during the tournament. Maybe I can find a middle way without extending too much, which can be hard for me because a lot of times I just keep going and going. But if any of you have a preference, either a summarized revision of the arc or just a very extended video or videos, you can let me know in the comments. Alright, that should be it. I hope you found these videos and the previous one interesting. See ya next time and have a great life, my dear viewer. Goodbye.